Before I start the tutorial, go put on my SIGs, because you need my SIGs to do some of the moves that I'm doing. Then you want to invite an AI to your court, and then go down to the personal workout, and then put yourself on offense and the AI on defense. And then you could go into a full court 1v1 and just keep getting the ball back, so you could just dribble in there. The first move is going to be the Curry slide spin into the walk back. And it's pretty simple, it's not really that hard. You just do a Curry slide, start with the ball in your right hand and hold bottom left to do the Curry slide, going to the left. And then once you do the Curry slide, hold at about 7 o'clock on your left stick while holding turbo to get that turnaround animation. And then once you get that, let go of your left stick for a second and let go of turbo, and then hold back to top left and keep letting go of turbo. Don't hold turbo for that. And then you should get this and then once your player does the little hop, like the little hop thing after you turn around, spin from about 12 to like 7 or 8. And then after you do that, you want to hold LT or L2 while your player's spinning back. And then once your player's about to stop the spin, let go of LT or L2 and hold top right to get the walk back. Now for the second move, it's going to be the behind the back 18 or aggressive half spin. I don't know if it's a real 18 because you don't hold up, you hold down. But first you gotta have on Pro 2 behind the back, so make sure you have that on. And what you want to do first is just have the ball in your right hand and flick up, and then you want to speed boost, do the speed boost glitch to the right, and right when you start doing the speed boost, you gotta flick bottom left to get the behind the back. And then once you get the behind the back, you gotta hold straight down or a little down and a little to the left, and you should get like a hang animation. It looks kind of like a hang animation. And then once you see that hang animation, rotate your right stick from about 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and then you should get that 18. And this is one of the most consistent 18s, so once you get it down, or at least get it a couple times, you should get it pretty consistently. You can also do this through the legs or the crossover. You do it the same way, it's just a little harder, so you might not get it as quick. Alright, so for the third move, we got the FG slide. It's actually really easy, probably one of the easiest moves that I do, and probably the easiest move in the tutorial. All you want to do is just do a momentum. So when the ball's in your right hand, flick up on the right stick and hold to the left on the left stick, and then the other way around for going to the other side. And then once you do the momentum, you just want to hold LT/L2 and then keep holding it. Once the momentum finishes, that's when you start holding it, but keep holding it and flick down on your right stick, because it's like it would give you normally give you a hop, like a step back, but the holding LT cancels the step back, so it gives you the slide. For the fourth move, we have the D-Rose size up combo, and obviously you gotta have on D-Rose size up, but it's not really that hard. Just make sure you have it on, and then once you have it on, what I do, you don't have to do the momentum at first, but what I do is a momentum, and then once the ball gets to your right hand, flick diagonal, or flick to the left, and then flick diagonal down to the right, so that you get a crossover and then a behind the back. And then once you get the behind the back, hold up on your right stick while not doing anything else, so that you should get like a move where it looks like the ball is teleporting to the other hand. And then once you get that animation, the ball should be in your left hand, so you can do a momentum out of that. So once the ball gets to your left hand, flick up on your right stick and hold your left stick to the right. And then what I do out of that is I flick up to get the crossover, and then I speed boost to the right and do a different move out of that. For the last move, this move is actually pretty hard. It's the stutter start into the 18, and this is Lee's 18, so go subscribe to him. But for this, you gotta do the stutter start, and then once you do that, hold top left to get that little crossover after the first spin. And then after you get that crossover, you gotta spin like you would do a half spin. So spin from like 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock to get the second spin. And then once you get the second spin, you gotta wait a tiny bit and then start holding up from around 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And if that's not working, try holding it even closer to 1 o'clock. And then once you start holding it up there, keep holding it there and wait just a tiny bit until your player's about to stop spinning. And then you want to spin from 12 to 9 to get the 18. It won't give you the 18 every time though, because it's not as consistent as the down 18s. But once you get it down, you should be able to get it like 4 to 5 out of 10 times. For the last move, it's going to be the standing spin, which is pretty easy. It's a little hard, but not really. So what you want to do is first do the backwards half spin. And if you're doing it the way that I'm doing it, when you're going backwards, you want to spin from 12 to 9. And then once you do that, let go of turbo and hold your left stick to the left, top left, or straight to the left, I'm pretty sure. And then what you want to do after you do that is let go for a tiny bit, like not even half a second. And then once you do that, hold back to where you were holding before, and it should give you the little hop. And then you want to spin from like 12 to 7, and you should get the standing spin. So that's the end of the tutorial. DM me on Twitter if you need any extra help with any of the moves. And get this tutorial to 50 likes, and maybe I'll make a part 2.